Boat in Factory 1 class, Kryptonite Performance Racing out of Lindenhurst, New York. 9 boats in all in Factory 1. Kryptonite Racing, brand new, and Freeze-Frame Video certainly welcomes this team to the wonderful world of offshore racing. As I said, 9 Factory 1 boats, so this Kryptonite Racing team has its work cut out for it today. Sponsors include Lindenhurst Fabricators, Cranes for Hire, Certified Interiors, and Great Bay Marine out of Babylon, New York. Kryptonite Racing F-16. Very shortly, we will be airborne to bring you the beginning of this 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. Stay tuned. And as you can see now, we are airborne over Jenkinson's Pavilion. Many, many spectators here for this third national race of U.S. Offshore. We're going to go with the A.B. Factory 1 and Factory 2 in this morning's race, the first of 2 races here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. And there you see the boats going out to the Million area, the yellow smoke. Very shortly, they will be lining up. And we'll bring you the beginning of this race, the A.B. Factory 1 and Factory 2. Exciting racing in store here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Beautiful day. More than 35 boats in all. Lots and lots of spectators here. Boats beginning to line up behind the pace boats, and there we see some spectators along the beach. Water's a little bumpy here off of Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Some of the competitors include in B, Instigator, Smythe Racing, Imagine That, Fast Company, Runaway, and A, The Extinguisher, Extra Lean, Equalizer, Treadwell, Motorsports. 9 boats in all in Factory 1, Sunset Racing, Team Progression, Harbor Motorsports, Mountain View, and many, many more. As we get closer now to the start, many spectators along the beach there watching the spectacular lineup there as we see these boats just about moments away from the green as we await the flag. And from the inside, the lineup is Team Hustler. Then we've got Team Progression, Hustler and Team Progression. Smythe Racing also in the picture with Gaffrick and Instigator. So it's Hustler, Team Progression, Smythe Racing, Gaffrick, and Instigator. All ready to go. And we've got the green flag now in this 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. Everyone off to a great start. These are your 4 B boats. We've got Smythe Racing, Hustler, Gaffrick, and Instigator. It's Smythe Racing, Hustler, Gaffrick, and Instigator, with Instigator going to the lead. 4 B boats right now, your leaders. In the early moments of this race, this third national race for U.S. Offshore here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. And looking downfield, everyone off to a great start. This race is underway. There is Team Hustler there in the middle of the picture. Team Hustler, Treadwell. As you see spectators in the background. Everyone off to a great start here in Point Pleasant. Now looking to the leaders once again, it's Instigator, and Gaffrick. We're going to go with the leader now. We're going to go with Instigator right there. Instigator, B1. A 32-footer powered by 2 650-horsepower Bandit Racing inboards with Merc Cruiser Drive. Joe Stroh, the driver, Peter Meyer, the driver, and Benny Alfonso, the navigator for Instigator. So a special thanks to Kurt Berger from Kurt's Competition Center for the reliable, dependable Bandit Racing engines. Also, Peter Meyer would like to thank his lovely wife for her dedication during this 1998 racing season. Now, Gaffrick leads in the national point standings in B class by just a little bit over Instigator. Gaffrick has 2 first-place finishes this season. Instigator 2 second-place finishes. So they are battling here, and there you see many of the boats there downfield. But right now, it's Instigator number 1. Instigator with a chance to move into position in the national point standings. Instigator. Gaffrick, they're right behind. Gaffrick in second place. Instigator in first in B. A battle between these 2 B boats. Joe Stroh, Peter Meyer, and Benny Alfonso. Number 1 in B. There's your leader, Instigator, in B class. Instigator. Many spectators lining up there along the beach, watching this third national race for U.S. Offshore. Watching the leader in B. Instigator. Nice jump there for Roger and Roller, but no problem. They are in control, and they are leading. Another jump. Instigator currently in second place in the national point standings behind Prix. With a chance to move up. And now in second place in B, there is Gafford Precision Instruments in second place, powered by two 650 horsepower inboards. It's a 33-foot fountain. The driver is Jeff Haylett. Mike Laversi is the throttle man. In second place, Gafford Precision Instruments for all your precision instrument needs. Currently in second place, behind Instigator in B. Other competitors in B class include Smythe Racing, Runaway, Fast Company, and Imagine That. Gafford currently in first place in the national point standings. Jeff Haylett and Mike Laversi aboard. Your leader in Factory 2 is Treadwell Motorsports, a 35-foot formula powered by two 500-horsepower Merc Cruiser inboards with Merc Cruiser drives. The driver, George Karakim, throttle Jason Grassi. Currently in second place in the national point standings in Factory 2, but your leader right here in Point Pleasant right now in Factory 2. Sponsors include Pepco Cabinet for telecommunications enclosures. They're based in Frankville, New Jersey. Also, Formula, DuPont, Eagle Trailer, Cummins Marine, and Signs by Tomorrow. Your sponsors for Treadwell Motorsports that make this team competitive during the 1998 racing season. Eric Treadwell, the owner of this 35-foot formula. Treadwell Motorsports. Number one in Factory 2. Oh, we have a major problem. It seems like Gafford Precision Instruments has flipped over, but the two crew members are swimming. They seem to be okay. The Angel helicopter is on its way, so we will get out of the way so they can aid those crew members, Mike Laversi and Jeff Haylett. Gafford Precision Instruments out of the race and apparently sinking. The crew members seem to be okay. Both members seem to be swimming, so once again, the Angel helicopter is on its way. We're going to continue with Treadwell Motorsports, 35-foot formula. So just went around the turn. Your leader in Factory 2. Other competitor in Factory 2, Team Hustler. Right now it is Treadwell, your leader, number one. And right now in second place in the national point standings. Just listen to that Merc Cruiser power. Looking downfield, there is Team Hustler in second place in Factory 2. Treadwell, your leader. Looking downfield once again, Team Hustler coming up. Team Hustler. 38-foot Hustler as Team Hustler gets a little bit closer. Also a pair of 500 horsepower stock inboards, Mercury inboards with Merc Cruiser drives. Mike Caravetta and Chip Bent, driver and throttle man aboard this 38-foot Hustler. In second place in Factory 2 as it goes around the turn, and we got a glimpse of the spectators along the beach. Team Hustler in first place in the national point standings, but in second place right now. This Team Hustler ran at the APBA in Sarasota in Super B class and came in third place, so it ran very well. Team Hustler third in Super B, and right now it is in second place in Factory 2. There you see Treadwell Motorsports in first place, 1 and 2, a battle here, and they could swap places in the national point standings depending on how they do in this race. Mike Caravetta and Chip Bent, driver and throttle man. Mike, the owner of Team Hustler. Around the turn. Dominating A-Class, the Extinguisher, a 30-foot Superboat, the Extinguisher. Powered by one 700 horsepower MRD inboard. Right now, the Extinguisher is 4th overall in this race, but dominating A-Class Production A. Anthony Perry, the driver, Gary Guido, the throttle man. Currently your leader in national points, the Extinguisher. And the Extinguisher is leading in national points by quite a bit. The only boat close to Extinguisher is Equalizer. The Extinguisher has 2 first-place finishers, 2 checkered flags. The Equalizer a 3rd and a 2nd place in this 1998 racing season. The sponsors that make this Extinguisher racing team the competitive one that it is include JBL, Trinity Group, Limited Insurance, and Surety Services. For all your commercial insurance needs, let JBL become your high-risk managers. Main Plumbing Supply, home for all your plumbing and heating needs. Also one of New York's largest distributors of propane gas refills, featuring Boilmaster gas grills and replacement parts, the most durable gas grill known to man. Also Sherwin-Williams Automotive Finishes. And Fletcher Dents for detailing the Extinguisher before every race. Also TNS Trucking for all your heating fuel oil transportation. And ASCO Screen Printing for designing all of the Extinguisher's race gear. Special thanks to the people over at MRD, Skip, Bob Ritchie, and Ross for the maintenance program on this Extinguisher boat. Also special thanks to the people over at Superboat, John Cohen and Superboat Bob for building an incredible Superboat. Matt Beck for his expertise in dialing in the Extinguisher. The crew chief, John Conway, for his continuous support. All the people that make this Extinguisher racing team competitive, one that it is. And it is currently in first place in the national point standing. Right now, 4th overall in this race. But it is dominating Production A. There's Mountain Dew on the outside, Mountain Dew. Okay, we're going to go on board the Extinguisher. 2 on board captains. There's Mr. Anthony Perry. driver, Gary Guido, the throttle man. Two campers, one forward and one back. This is at the start now on board the Extinguisher in A class.
Watch. Go to the inside. The inside.
Anthony Perry at the wheel. Gary Guido, the throttle man. Your national champion in A class, the Extinguisher. A1. Foot Superboat, the Extinguisher, powered by one 700 horsepower MRD inboard. Merc Cruiser Drive. Once again, the sponsors that make this team competitive include JBL Trinity Group, Insurance and Surety Services, AIM Plumbing Supply, Sherwin-Williams Automotive Finishes, Place for Dents, TNS Trucking, and ASPCO Screen Printing. Number one in A, the Extinguisher.
All right, easy. Wait. Ready? Go to the inside.
Two onboard cameras, front and rear.
See the pin? Yeah.
This 30-foot Superboat almost unstoppable in this kind of bumpy water. Superboat built by Mr. John Cohen on Long Island. The Extinguisher.
Driving hand. Turn it. Turn it.
Great ride aboard the Extinguisher. Bumpy waters here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Some of the other competition in A-Class includes Extra Lane, also Treadwell Motorsports, and Equalizer. Right now, the Extinguisher dominating A-Class. Anthony Perry and Gary Guido.
Put a little water in the tank so I can trim it.
Number one in A. Just listen to that MRD power. There are two of the sponsor logos, ALM Plumbing Supply and Broilmaster Premium Gas Grill. And there we go, ALM Plumbing and Broilmaster. Nice jump. The extinguisher.
Come on, drive it, man.
I can't find a pen. See it?
Oh.
We're going to go with the Equalizer in production A. The Equalizer, 30-foot fan and powered by 1,700 horsepower Zalek inboard with per cruiser drive. The driver, Steve Sokolik. Bill Betts is the throttle man. Equalizer, 30-foot fan. Steve Sokolik, the owner of Equalizer. A99 in production A. In second place in A-class.
Naughty out here.
And in second place in the national point standings. This boat is maintained by Mr. Willie Schultz. Willie Schultz Custom Marine on Long Island. The Equalizer. Steve Sokolik and Bill Betts, 30-foot power. Many spectators along the beach for the switch. Third national race for U.S. Offshore. Looking upfield, there is Extinguisher, your leader in production A. In second place, Equalizer. B-19 Runaway. Runaway, a 28-foot Magnum powered by two 570 horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercury drive. Frank Pizzullo, the driver, Chuck Burke, the throttle man, Steve Pollock, the navigator. In third place in Hampton, Virginia earlier this year. Runaway, B-19. In second place in B-class right now. Instigator in first place. Of course, Gaffer's Precision Instruments is out of the race. We saw a little earlier that it flipped over, but the two crew members are okay. Mazzullo, Chuck Burke, and Steve Pollock. A little bumpy out there. These guys are all local. So they have a lot of local supporters here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Nice throttling there by Chuck Burke. Going around the turn, runaway in second place in B class. You're watching the 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Third national race, U.S. Offshore. And the 21st race that pre-spring video covering for you this year. Looking downfield, there is Treadwell Motorsports. Treadwell in A class. Treadwell Motorsports, a 32-foot FP design built by Fountain. Instigator on the outside, Treadwell on the inside. Instigator in first place in B class. But in A class, it's Treadwell Motorsports, powered by one 750 horsepower Chevy inboard with a Tri-Max drive, as we see Instigator in first place in B class on the outside. Jack Shorley is the throttle man. Eric Treadwell, the driver and owner of Treadwell Motorsports in a 32-foot Fabio Buzzi design. Treadwell sponsors include DuPont Eagle Trailer, Cummins Marine, signed by tomorrow, and also Pepco Cabinet Telecommunication Enclosures, based in Frankville, New Jersey. This Fabio Buzzi design built by Fountain. Treadwell Motorsports, 32-footer. Eric Treadwell, driver and owner. Many spectators here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. A lot of going on here in Point Pleasant, a lot of activities, festivities, and of course enjoying this two-race event here. Beautiful day in Point Pleasant. Other competitors in A, the Extinguisher, Extra Lean, and Equalizer. Currently in third place in A class, Treadwell Motorsports. Kryptonite Racing F-16 Kryptonite in Factory 1. It's a 27-foot Kryptonite powered by one 500 horsepower Mercury inboard with a Merc Cruiser drive. The driver is Bob Fiorezzi, driverman Kurt Rogers, and Anthony Levy is the navigator. Kryptonite Racing, number 1 in Factory 1. Kryptonite Racing sponsors include Lindenhurst Fabricators, Cranes for Hire, Certified Interiors, and Great Bay Marine out of Babylon, New York. That's a special thanks to the guys over at the shop, the Kryptonite Factory, for doing a great job in building the boat. The guys include Vinny, Armando, and Victor. And these guys are all rookies, by the way. Kurt Rogers, Rob Fiorezzi, and Anthony Levy, they are all rookies. And, of course, Freeze Frame Video welcomes them to the wonderful world of offshore racing. Kryptonite Performance Boats based in Lindenhurst, New York. Other competitors in Factory 1 include Mountain Dew, Harbor Motorsports, Team Progression, Sunset Racing. Also Active Thunder Racing, Dan Donzi, and Blue Fin Racing. 9 boats in all in Factory 1, but Kryptonite Racing number 1 right now, leading the pack. Kryptonite Racing is a 27-foot Kryptonite. Kurt Rogers, the owner of this boat. You guys are doing a great job. They are in first place, and this is their rookie race. They are on top, number 1, Factory 1. There's Team Hustler on the outside. Team Hustler in Factory 2. All right, let's go on board now. Kryptonite Racing at the start. We've got a helmet cam that's being worn by Anthony Levy, the navigator aboard Kryptonite Racing, a 27-foot Kryptonite. Little splash on the camera lens. Exciting start here in Point Pleasant Beach. These onboard cameras really give you the cockpit view of this race. You are in the boat as we look from onboard. 6 onboard cameras provided by Freeze Frame Video for this event in Point Pleasant Beach. Of course, we like to provide those onboard cameras because they give you that point of view of being in the race. Kurt Rogers, throttle man aboard Kryptonite Racing, doing a fine job. Driver Bob Fiorezzi and Anthony Levy, the navigator. Once again, these rookies are doing a fantastic job. They are leading in Factory 1. second place in Factory 1, Team Progression, a 27-foot progression, powered by one 500 horsepower Mercury inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Also in second place in the national point standings, Team Progression, running a progression state-of-the-art 27-foot offshore boat. This 27-footer throttled by Kevin Lockren and driven by Mike Berry, both from Long Island, New York. Team Progression is a true factory boat running with a back seat and finished cabin. Now this Progression 27 is a full-blown factory-produced boat, identical in every respect on the full luxurious cabin and the Fawcett floor construction with 100% vacuum bagging. Progression builds 22 to 29-foot pleasure boats and of course colors and engine applications to fit your boating needs. And it's all backed up with a 10-year hull warranty. Team Progression in second place in Factory 1. Freestream Videos, check your order. Really appreciate the fact that Team Progression helped to transport Freestream's video equipment from Sarasota to New York. Team Progression. Nice driving there by Michael Murray. Kevin Lockren started. This boat's in the first place in New Hampshire this year. Third in Hampton, Virginia. Currently in second place in the national point standings. F188 Bluefin Racing, a 26-foot bluefin, powered by one 500 horsepower Mercury inboard with Mercruiser drive. Harry Turner, the driver, is on, and Bob Bowman. By the way, Bob has a helmet camera. We'll be going on board in a few moments aboard Bluefin Racing. Now, this Factory 1 boat is built by Bluefin Yachts of Bristol, Rhode Island. The owner and driver is Harry Turner of Falmouth, Massachusetts, along with dedicated and lifelong friend Bob Bowman at the front. This Bluefin 26 Spitfire has some great racing heritage to live up to. Harry Turner, owner and driver of this Bluefin 26 Spitfire, is no novice to the sport of offshore racing. After several years of offshore racing in various hulls, Harry found his sweet spot, so to speak, in the Outer Limits 37, which you may recall from your past. Bluefin, under the direction of Harry Turner, has developed into one of the fastest growing and most innovative fish boat companies in the past several years. The company has spawned many other different models, from the classic tri-hull types in the 17-foot range to the tried and true GT hull design in size 18 to 26 feet long, with two walk-around models in the 22 and 25-foot size. Bluefin Racing, F188. Competitors include Dan Donzi, Active Thunder Racing, also Abani Racing, Sunset Racing, Kryptonite, Team Progression, Harper Motorsports, and Mountain Dew. 9 competitors in all in Factory 1. Sponsors include Turner Trucking and Salvage and Bowman Builders. There is Equalizer on the outside, Equalizer in second place in A-Class. The Extinguisher is in first place in A right now. That's the Equalizer in second. On the inside of though, of course, we've got Bluefin Racing. Let's go on board now with a helmet cam being worn by Bob Bowman.
Easy! Easy! That's not him, boy.
Harry Turner would like to thank everyone over at Bluefin Yacht for getting this project underway.
I'll tell you when. Okay.
Nice driving there by Harry Turner.
Easy. That's it. Bring it around.
Bob Bowman, throttle man, and also wearing our helmet cap.
All right, watch out for holes in here. Here we go. Easy. Pull back. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead.
Exciting racing aboard Bluefin Racing, F188, Harry Turner and Bob Bowman aboard. 26-foot Bluefin. Powered by one 500 horsepower Mercury inboard. Production A, they're going around the turn, extra lean, A75, a 30-foot superboat powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Mike DeAndre is the driver. Matthew Kaiser is the throttle man. Equalizer going by in second place in production A, but we're going to stay with extra lean. Mike DeAndre, also the owner of extra lean. Sponsored by Dietz and Watson. Dietz and Watson is a Philadelphia manufacturer of premium quality Delta custom meats. Mike DeAndre, by the way, is owner of DeAndre Foods, located in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. They are a distributor of Dietz and Watson products and a full-line food service supplier to the eastern Massachusetts area. Mike Kaiser is a seasoned throttle man and one of the top Mercury technicians on the East Coast. Extra lean, 30-foot superboat built on Long Island. Mike DeAndre is quite a novice at this sport. He purchased the boat in March of this year, intending to use it as a family boat. He decided in April to race it on Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire. And guess what? He came in second place. Quite a job for Mike DeAndre, and right now they are doing very well here with this boat. Extra lean. Mike DeAndre and Matthew Kaiser. Little bumpy, no problem. going to go Dan Donzi F-166, a Factory 1 boat. Dan Donzi, a 28-foot Donzi, powered by one 500 horsepower Mercury inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Driver is Pat Kersey. Throttle man is John Woolley. John Woolley, also the owner of Dan Donzi and the owner of Lightning Jacks Marina in New Jersey. Right now, Dan Donzi leads in the national point standings in Factory 1. Dan Donzi. 9 Factory 1 boats in this competition this morning. This is the 29th time that this race has been run here in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. This New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. Pat Kersey and John Woolley, both locals, aboard Dan Donzi, a 28-foot Donzi. They lead in the national point standings in Factory 1. Dan Donzi. Going by the beach here in Point Pleasant. Spectators giving a great view of this race, this morning race. The Offshore A, B, and Factory 1 and 2. We'll have the Open, the Modified, and the Super V this afternoon. In the distance, F-18 Sunset Racing, a 28-foot Pantera, powered by one 500 horsepower Mercury inboard with a Mercruiser drive. These guys are rookies, but they're doing a great job. Tim McGanny is the driver owner. Jason Grandmason is the throttle man, and Sam Chiarella is the navigator aboard Sunset Racing. And the freeze frame video welcomes these rookies to the wonderful world of offshore. And they're doing a fine job right now. Tim the driver, Jason the throttle man, and Sam the navigator. Special thanks to Pepe and Joe over at Pantera for building a fantastic boat. 28-foot Pantera. All of these guys are New Jersey residents. Sam Chiarella from Point Pleasant has a lot of local support right here. Third national race for U.S. Offshore. There is Runaway on the outside. In second place in B class. Runaway. But we're going to stay with Sunset Racing. Looking downfield, more boats coming up. Nice jump. Active Thunder Racing F-136, a 24-foot Active Thunder, powered by one 500 horsepower Mercruiser inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Peter Smith, the driver, Rick Smith, the throttle man. They took a second place in Virginia in their rookie race. Great job. And they're doing a fine job here today in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. I'd like to thank Active Thunder Boats for rigging the boat, Kurtz Marine for maintaining the boat, and WEI Equipment for their support. This boat is a true factory class boat with full finished cabin, cockpit, and sealed motor from the Mercruiser factory. Active Thunder Racing. Peter and Rick Smith, they are the owners of this 24-foot Active Thunder. Nice jump there by Peter and Rick Smith, driver and throttle man. Captain Virginia, their first race, their rookie race, is at the second place. Rich has been a local SCCA race car driver for over 10 years. Another nice jump, in control, no problem. There is Extinguisher on the inside in first place in A-Class. Extinguisher with Gary Guido and Mr. Anthony Perry. Going around the turn, Extinguisher. On the outside, Active Thunder Racing. In Factory 1. Highly competitive class, 9 boats in all for this competition. And once again, past the reviewing stand, which happens to be at Point Pleasant Beach. Many spectators. Nice throttling there by Rich Smith. Peterson, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Rich from Pennsylvania. We are on board now. The Extinguisher in A-Class. They are your leaders. Number 1, Anthony Perry on the left, the driver. On the right side, Mr. Gary Guido. He is the throttle man. We're going to take the Extinguisher to the finish line in this first race here this morning. Winding down now. Anthony Perry and Gary Guido. It looks like they are headed for the checkered flag. In second place, the Equalizer. But it looks like they are going to take it, the Extinguisher, taking them to the finish line. Watching the first race here in this 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. As this race winds down, we will be starting the second race this afternoon. And they do have the checkered flag there, giving the victory sign. There we go. They took it first place in A-Class. 3 checkered flags in a row for these guys. First off in New Hampshire, then Hampton, Virginia, and now Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. A great run here in this 1998 racing season. Gary Guido and Anthony Perry getting the checkered flag. And there you see it. 3 in a row. Gary Guido, they're trying to fasten it to the boat. And very shortly, we will be beginning the second race, this afternoon's race, the Open, the Modified, and the Super V. And there, of course, Anthony Perry and Gary Guido giving each other a victory hug. All right, now, there we see the beachgoers having just seen the first race, and they're going to be seeing the second race. Many, many spectators here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey, for this third national race for the U.S. Offshore. This afternoon's race will feature the Open, the Modified, and the Super Stock. And there you see the boats now coming out of the inlet, heading for the lineup in this afternoon's race. Following the pace boat, as we once again said, the Open, the Modified, and the Super Stock. There they go. Following the pace boat now, beginning to line up. We're moments away from the green as we see some of these competitors. And they include Arasaki, MG23, American Thunder, Shockwave, Barracuda, Jaws, Sierra, R&R Racing, Rolling Thunder, Lightning Jacks, Hedgehog, and many, many more. And it is a spectacular view there as we see the lineup forming in front of the crowd here along the beach. And as we look to leaders, there's ENR Performance and Tropic Heat, Extractor, and R&R as we wait for the green. And we've got the green flag now in this open, modified, and super stock in this afternoon race in this 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. And looking to the leaders, it's Extractor and R&R. Extractor and R&R with Tropic Heat on the inside. Tropic Heat, Arasaki, and Sierra as we look downfield. But it is Extractor, R&R. Right after the green flag, there is Tropic Heat on the inside. Extractor, R&R, Tropic Heat, Arasaki, and Sierra. And there is on the inside Tropic Heat. Tropic Heat. Right now, the early moments of this race. There's Rolling Thunder coming into the picture. Rolling Thunder, great competition here in the modified. So it's Extractor, Rolling Thunder, R&R, Tropic Heat. They are your early leaders in this race, in this afternoon's race, the open, the modified, and the super stock. Tropic Heat, 37-foot Cobra, powered by 2 700 horsepower, 101 imports with Red Rooster Drive. Robert Moulton, Robert Jackson, Muller, and Bottleman. Special thanks to Walter Herb Gary from ELF. Boat is sponsored by ELF Synthetic Lubricants and ELF Competition Racing Fuels. Also special thanks to Doug, Harry, and Danny from Professional Marine for all of their assistance before this event. ELF, there is the logo right there, which you can see behind the helmet. Robert Muller and Jason Muller, driver and throttleman. Let's ride along with Tropic Heat, 37-foot Cobra. Rolling Thunder there on the left side. Rolling Thunder. This is at the start, of course. Extractor, R&R, Rolling Thunder, and Tropic Heat. Your early leaders. And Arasaki on the right side. Back to a helicopter shot. There is Rolling Thunder coming into the picture. Tropic Heat there on the inside. Extractor and R&R there are your early leaders on the outside, but it's Rolling Thunder on the inside. C2, a 35-foot Jaguar powered by 2 650 horsepower B&G Marine boards with Mercury drives. David Ambrosia is the driver. William Gazelle, the throttleman. Arnold Ambrosia is the owner of Rolling Thunder 2. Rolling Thunder. Arasaki and Sierra now coming into the picture. Rolling Thunder 2 on the inside. It's owned by Arnold Ambrosio, who also owns Arnold Yacht Racing in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, and the Braille Yacht Club in Braille, New Jersey. Arnold is a past president of U.S. Offshore and is on the board of directors. Now, his son David also drove with Bill Gifford in last year's World Championship, and they won the Worlds in open class. Rolling Thunder 2. Going around the turn. Arasaki there on the outside. Rolling Thunder 2 on the inside. As we look up ahead, there's R&R Racing hosing down Extractor. R&R Racing with Walter Pasecki and Ron Rowland. Rolling Thunder there still in the picture. Extractor. Nice jump. There is Arasaki on the far outside. Rolling Thunder 2 in the middle of our picture. And then Extractor on the inside. Rolling Thunder 2. Now, participants who help the team are Gary Hartman, who owns B&G Marine and currently does the engine work. Also, First Commercial Corp, Anchor Air Systems, a step above detailing service. Arnold's son, Chris, who owns and operates the sandbar at the Braille Yacht Club Marina, and his crew at the Braille Yacht Club, and Arnold's Yacht Basin crew, Jeff, Gus, Reggie, and Ozzy. All the members of the crew that make this team, Rolling Thunder 2, highly competitive. Arnold D'Ambrosio, the owner, Rolling Thunder 2. Powered by two 650 horsepower B&G Marine inboard. Arisaki, a 42-foot Arisaki with Shigeru Hojo and Kurt Berger. And there is R&R Racing, a 32-foot Hydrotech in first place right now in the modified. Both Walter Kusecki and Ron Roman, driver and throttleman. Aboard R&R Racing, C1, your leader in the modified. Sponsors include WP Associates, Dixon Electric, Langdon Plumbing, Roman Incorporated, JWS Roofing and Siding, Answers 2 Computers, Riviera Business Systems, Prestige Industrial Painting, Beaton Hardwood Flooring, Paddock Masonry Contractors, Town and Country Bathrooms, Giles Well Drilling and Soil Flooring, Chris Marine Competition Center. These sponsors make this team R&R Racing. Tough team that it is during this 1998 racing season, and they are tough today. They are in first place in the modified. Arisaki on the outside. Arisaki in open. Arisaki in open. R&R in the modified, side by side. Around the turn, R&R. Arisaki on the outside. Number 1 in the modified. This is the open, modified, and super stock. Start. R&R slowing down. R&R slowing down. We don't know why. There's Arisaki going by in open class. Arisaki, a 42-foot Arisaki Marine. Looks like R&R must have blown something. It has slowed down, and at this moment out of the race, there are Extractor and Rolling Thunder 2 on the outside. Extractor and Rolling Thunder 2 in the modified. Looking upfield, Arisaki, number 1 in open. Arisaki, number 1 in open. With Shigeru Hojo and Kurt Berger aboard, driver and throttleman. Powered by two 925 horsepower Bandon Racing inboards. Mercruiser drives. Kurt Berger owns Kurt's Marine, maker of Bandit Racing inboards. Other boats that Kurt is involved in is the Instigator, Imagine That, and R&R. Number 1 in open class, Arisaki. First in open, first overall. The turn, Arisaki, the overall leader. Nice driving there. Giro Hojo and Kurt Berger. Right now they're dominating this race. You're watching the afternoon's race here in this 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival, Open, Modified, and Superstock. Third national race for U.S. Offshore. Had great racing in Virginia and New Hampshire. Looking downfield, some more boats coming up. But Arasaki is your leader in Open and leader overall. As we get a little closer, there is Rolling Thunder 2 in the modified with David Ambrosia and William Gazelle. Extractor on the outside. Extractor and Tropic. Rolling Thunder 2, a 35-foot Jaguar, powered by two 650 horsepower BNG Marine inboards. Number 1 in the modified. Many spectators there in background. Getting the tree here to watch the second race, this afternoon's race, here in Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. A lot of local support for these guys. They are from Point Pleasant. David Ambrosia, William Gazelle, and Arnold. The Ambrosia is the owner of the 35-foot Jaguar. So they got a lot of fans here, and they are number 1 right now. Extractor C25. The driver Frank Shamborn, Jim Lesnowski, the throttle man, David Goodwill, the navigator. MG23 on the far outside. MG23, 46-foot skid. Mike Rary and Jim Dykenford. MG23, a 46-foot skater, powered by two 980 horsepower KF inboards with Mercury drives. As we said, Mike Rary is the driver, Jim Dykenford, throttle man. Mike also the owner of MG23. In second place in open class. Arasaki, your leader. Mike Rary is from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Jim Dyke from Ohio. This boat powered by two 980 horsepower KF inboards. watching the third national race for U.S. Offshore here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. .46-foot skater, MG-23. Second place and open. Arasaki, your leader. Top of the pack in the modified Tropic Heat C33, a 37-foot Cobra, powered by two 700-horsepower Pro 1 inboards with Merc Cruiser drives. Currently second in the national point standings. Extractor, your leader in the modified, the national point standings. Tropic Heat took a fourth place in New Hampshire, a third in Virginia. Tropic Heat C33 with Rob Muller, the driver, Jason Muller, the throttle man. This boat is sponsored by ELF Synthetic Lubricants and ELF Competition Racing Fuels. As they go by the spectators along the beach, let's give a special thanks to Walter, Herb, Gary from ELF, and a special thanks to Doug, Harry, and Danny from Professional Marine for all of their assistance before this event. Nice throttling there by Jason Muller aboard this 37-foot Cobra. We have an onboard camera, as you can see, on board Tropic Heat. Tropic Heat's out of the pack in the modified C33. Jason Muller, the owner of Tropic Heat, as well as the throttle master from Ramsey, New Jersey. I'm sure they've got some local support here as well. Factor helicopter shot. Top of the pack in the modified. Farms and Carl Frisetti. He's in Watson is a Philadelphia manufacturer of premium quality delicatessen meats. Oakdale Farms brand name meat products are owned by Carl Frisetti and Mike DeAndrea. Carl Frisetti would also like to thank Billy Amadine, John DeAndrea, and Matt Kaiser for their efforts preparing this boat for racing. Oakdale Farms, 30-foot spectrum. Carl Frisetti and Bill Amadine, board driver and throttleman. Both took a third place in New Hampshire earlier this year. .30-foot Spectre powered by 3 2.5 BFIs. Oakdale Farms C7. Throttleman Billy Amadon, an offshore racer with years of driving and rigging experience. Here's an update on some of the other classes in the modified. We've got R&R Racing and Hedgehog. They are out of the race. Also in stock, Barracuda, Sierra, and Jaws out of the race in stock class. Right now, we're watching Oakdale Farms. 30-foot Spectre, powered by 3 2.5 BFIs. Watching the 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. This race begins to wind down now. It's the third national race for U.S. Offshore. We're going to go with E&R. E&R Performance Marine, a 28-foot skater powered by 2 2.5 BFIs. Ron Rossi, the driver. Steve Steele, the throttleman. Steve, also the owner of E&R Performance Marine. E&R Performance Marine and Bodyguard, your leader. The only stock boats left in this class, in this race. Sierra, Barracuda, and Jaws are out of the race. E&R Performance in second place in stock class. This is the last boat that we'll be covering for you, and as this race winds down very shortly, we will be compiling the final results of this second race as well as the first race this morning as well. This two-race event, third national race for U.S. Offshore. We are on E&R Performance Marine. Great competitive racing here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. throttling there by Mr. Steve Field. Ron Rossi at the wheel. S4 ENR Performance Marine, 28-foot skip. Powered by 2.5 AFI. Nice jump. No problem. By the way, is the owner of ENR Performance Marine, 28-foot skitter. Steve Field, Manchester, Connecticut. And that is it. That is the end of this third national race for U.S. Offshore 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival. And these beachgoers have really gotten a treat today with two races, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Highly competitive racing. A great time here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. 29th time that this race has been run here in Point Pleasant Beach, and the 21st race that Prix Video has covered for you in this 1998 racing season. Many spectators. The water were a little bumpy. We had a little flying going on, but no problem as we see the beach here in Point Pleasant Beach. Nice resort area. Here are the results now in open class. Arasaki in first place, followed by MT23 in second place. Arasaki getting the checkered flag in open class. Arasaki. In Superstock, it was Bodyguard in first place, and ENR Performance bringing up second. Jaws in third place. Bodyguard getting the checkered flag in Superstock. Number one, Bodyguard. Now let's go to N class, the modified Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder in first place, followed by Tropic Heat and Extractor in third. Rolling Thunder getting the checkered flag, coming out on top in the modified. Nice win for these local boys here who are from Point Pleasant, New Jersey. In B class, Instigator in first place. Runaway in second. Smythe Racing in third. Instigator all the way, getting the checkered flag in first in B class. In A class, Extinguisher dominating A class, followed by Equalizer and Treadwell Motorsports in third place. Extinguisher, another win by the Extinguisher Racing. 3 checkered flags in a row in A class. In Factory 1, Kryptonite Racing coming out on top, followed by Mountain Dew in second, and Team Progression in third place. Kryptonite Racing in Factory 1 class, your winner. Number 1. Rookie race, they won it. Great job by these guys. Kryptonite Racing. In Factory 2, Team Hustler, followed by Treadwell Motorsports in second place. Team Hustler getting the checkered flag in Factory 2. So those are your final results of this 1998 New Jersey Offshore Grand Prix Festival here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. And there are are the boats. We had great racing, highly competitive racing here in Point Pleasant Beach. The third national race for U.S. Offshore, a well-orchestrated event. Highly competitive racing, and most of all, safe racing, though we did have one mishap. We had the gas precision instrument slope flipping over, but the two competitors are in good shape, no problem. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of U.S. Offshore for orchestrating a fine event. Our helicopter pilot from Sterling Helicopters, Bob Factor, Sterling Helicopters out of Philadelphia, always do a fine job for us. Also, special thanks to Mr. Peter Magnani, our onboard camera installer, and Mr. Kenneth Girardi for helping out here in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. This is Vince Lopari wishing you a fine farewell from Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. Hoping to see you soon at the next offshore race.